Rand Paul has returned to the Senate for the very first time since an apparent attack by his next-door neighbor left him with 6 broken ribs and a damaged lung. He could have died. The Kentucky senator claims he was doing yard work at the time of the ambush, which caused some neighbors to speculate perhaps it was a result of a landscaping dispute, a rumor Senator Paul neither confirmed nor denied when he told reporters, quote, "From my perspective, I'm not really too concerned about what someone's motive is." The search of his attacker social media page shows that he's aggressively anti-Trump and anti-Republican, and the lack of information is only feeding conspiracy theories online. So should Rand Paul come clean, or should he save time to work on his right hook? Joining me now, Howard Kurtz, host of Media Buzz on the Fox News Channel. Howie, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, Kennedy.
So what are you hearing about this Rand Paul kerfuffle?
Well, I know Rand Paul, so I feel for him on a personal basis, but this has got to be one of the most bizarre stories in a very bizarre year. I mean,
Yes.
First we all assumed it was politics, and that was denied. And then, you know, minor injuries, so people made fun of it until we learned about the 6 broken ribs. And then it became a situation where we kept hearing it was, it was about the petunias, the gardening, the landscaping dispute. But except Rand Paul in this interview in the Washington Examiner says he hasn't talked to this neighbor in 10 years.
Wow.
So it is a mystery.
Yeah, and there's some people in the neighborhood, I believe one of the busybodies from the Homeowners Association who said, oh, well, Senator Paul's big into property rights, so he doesn't really abide by our homeowners rules. It's like, who are you, Bobby Dooley? Good Lord. I don't have time for any of these busybodies at all. I'm wondering, though, is it a more severe penalty for attacking a sitting U.S. senator?
You know, I suppose if it was, yet in question of motive, if it was done for political reasons, I suppose you could bring an extra layer of charges. Meanwhile, I'm waiting for the more serious felony charges because initially this was a very lightly charged offense. Now, I think that one of the things Rand Paul is doing is not saying too much because he doesn't want to impede the potential prosecution. Obviously, he would like to see his neighbor be prosecuted. While
I want to see his neighbor prosecuted. I want to see the book thrown at him.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's mowing his lawn, and now he's had trouble breathing, and he's trying to do his job as a senator. He could be in some serious deep yogurt, hopefully bourbon-flavored, since they are in Kentucky. I want to ask you about this, Howie, because obviously when Representative Steve Scalise came back from that horrific shooting where a terrorist essentially tried to kill Republicans who were practicing for a congressional baseball game, he came back to a hero's welcome when he returned to the House floor. We're hearing that Senator Paul ate lunch alone in the cafeteria and skipped the GOP luncheon. What are your thoughts? Well, politically, Rand Paul has always been a kind of a loner, a guy who takes on his party, so I wasn't expecting there to be a big bash for him. But bringing up Steve Scalise does make me think, whether it's somebody with a gun at a baseball practice or a guy, attacking somebody mowing his lawn, that our lawmakers, they don't have 24-hour protection. They're very vulnerable. And in this polarizing, crazy world, maybe we need to do something about that.
And people feel that violence is justified when they have political disagreements with that. It's something that I'm going to address a little bit in my nightcap. I mean, it's slightly different because we're talking about someone who's transracial. It's very interesting. However, I share your concern that these people are vulnerable, and I do hope there is justice here, especially for a defender of liberty like Senator Rand Paul. Howie Kurtz, thank you so much.